Hello and welcome to Bokksu. So we're going to talk about video games, but we've got the Bokksu for, I don't even remember which month this is.
July?
Is it July or June?
It says July on the
It is July, okay. And there is a green tea infused with
Citrus.
Citrus, okay. Everything is pretty much citrus based on here.
How's the cookie?
That was very good.
Is this just like a corn puff?
There might be a peanut.
Looks like a Reese's peanut butter puff.
Jelly.
These
Slurpee
cookies,
jelly.
Oh.
these cookies are great.
They are. I guess those are during Andrew's because Chad and I both had one.
I like these.
Oh dear.
You don't have to have a Slurpee jelly. It's not
There
a
are any
trial
left,
thing.
are there?
Yeah, there's one more.
Oh. What flavor is it?
Lemon,
Citrusy.
probably.
Citrus.
Citrusy, yeah.
I'm
Very
not-
mild.
I'm not a big citrus fan. That's sort of where this is.
Yeah, kind of orangey.
That's really good. Sorry for the creaking.
This smells like a face cream that I have. Maybe it's a pore filler. I don't. The face. I love the face.
It's really nice. It's better than the melon ones we had.
It's less jello-y than I thought it'd be.
Citrusy.
It's the texture in my mouth. It's something else. I'll just leave it at that.
This is a sweet lemon bread.
You put the tray out. I
No,
have idea.
I'm telling you. I'm
Okay.
trying to describe it. That's
Yeah.
and it's like sweet, sugary smoked lemon bread.
Yeah?
Yep. That's what it is. Tastes like there's butter on there too, though.
Oh yeah, that's salty lemon. Maybe like a preserved lemon.
That's actually
Cracker?
pretty good, Gina.
Yeah, this I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do like salty over
There is
sweet.
some citrus in there too.
When Dragon Age and Dragon Age 2 came out, I would play it several times. I was big into it. I was working with a group at the university at the time, and we would have like moral discussions about it, right? Sort of academic talk, and we often brought that up. And I was kind of the go-to expert for Mass Effect and Dragon Age. And my dirty little secret to the whole thing was that I never finished Dragon Age 2 because, spoiler, not spoiler, there's a point where you have a choice to kill a character that I had known for a very long time. And I was so invested into this RPG that I couldn't bring myself to face it, but I knew my character would have to do it. So I just couldn't finish the game. And then a year or so later, my Xbox 360 died. And just, that was it. I could never play it again because my save game's gone.
Sensing a quintet story.
Yeah, it'd be Omega Quintet. It was on for $10. It's a JRPG, very JRPG.
Very JRPG. Emphasis on the J.
Almost it's basically in the if you've seen Tenchi Muyo or any things like that, basically it's the harem style. There's one guy who's sort of clueless and not interested in any of the girls, and all the girls are interested in him.
Reality.
Yes, that's how it always is. I've noticed that every day.
Me too.
But I got the game for cheap, and I played the game through, and then found out that if you didn't get all of the side quests after a chapter ends, you couldn't get them. So I started over and went through it, and then I found out there are some side quests that only show up if you do other side quests, and if you don't do all of them before the chapter ends, you can't get them, and you can't get the good ending. So I started over. So I've played the game 3 times now. And the stories were, and I was actually into the story. It was actually getting pretty good. It was a typical JRPG, but it was getting to be a good story. And then the best member of our team, actually the one I liked the most too, betrays the team. I'm not saying who it is, just in case you're playing through, but yeah, she does. And it is a shattering blow to your team because you cannot beat anything anymore. She was basically the powerhouse tanker, so now you'll know who it is. And to get the good ending, to get her to come back, you have to beat all the quests before the chapter ends. And there's one item that drops from one monster. And the worst part is, I had it. And I was at the end of the day selling off all the junk, selling up, what's that? I don't need that, sell that. And I just sold the thing you have to farm forever to get. I found it really quickly the first time. Went back, I played the game for another 3 weeks. Farming for that item for 3 weeks, never dropped.
Are you sure it drops more than once?
I don't have it, it has to drop again or the game can't advance.
RNG hell.
Yeah. So it's like, well, I guess I'm going to play that for a while. It's been, I think, a year and a half. It's still sitting there at that point. I just cannot bring myself to go and farm those monsters with a weakened team.
I think I've quit a number of games where something has I've been progressing to a certain point, or when it crashed. When Black and White came out for the PC, it was a game where you were a god, so you got to shake the world a bit, and you had this creature deity that everybody worshipped. But you had to train your creature. I think it's still one of the best ones where you actually train your companion to learn certain things, right? Like you would discipline them like an animal. And I had it trained that,
That's how I deal with my companions.
yeah, every so often, I needed a bit more power, so I did one human sacrifice. But of course, my creature saw me do it, so he started collecting all sorts of people. So I had to like whack him on the nose, and then he's like, "No, okay, I'll put him down." And then he learned that we have one sacrifice every year. And I really trained him up and delayed going to the next level, so I'd be a little, overpowered going to level 2. And the game died. And PC died. Everything just sort of gone, corrupted. Couldn't get it back. And I couldn't face it. I could not face it again. Going through all that training, all that thing, and I'm like, I just can't do it. So I never finished that one either.
Black and White was notorious for corrupting save files.
Yeah.
I was playing Final Fantasy XII, and I got near the end of the game, and there was supposed to be like the be-all, end-all super weapon chest. And I knew where it was supposed to be, and it wasn't there. And it turns out that it's not there if you open the chest in the very first level, at the very beginning of the game. If you bypass it, then way later the super weapon is there. There's a little more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. And I never finished it because of that.
I think my game is Legend of Dragoon. So I played it on the PS2, and for whatever reason, if you put the third disc in the PS2 while using Dragoon mode all the way through, you weren't able to progress. It was some weird glitch. So you'd have to go through the first 2 discs without using your Dragoon mode at all, and then you can get through it. So I never finished it because that was just way too much time to go back through again. My favorite fix for something like that was in, I think, Fable 2. At the end of the game, you had to choose between killing, like, basically almost everyone in the world, or yourself, or your dog. And then when the DLC came out, if you killed your dog, you can go to a shrine and resurrect your dog.
Aww. That's so cute. I think I stopped playing games all the way through, like when YouTube and stuff like that came out more. I don't need to play through multiple playthroughs of Mass Effect. I mean, I did anyway, but I was almost the same character every time. I was just doing difficulty level and trophy hunting. But I don't have to play Renegade Shep because I can go watch it, right? So there's no need for me to go and finish it. If I think back to my PC gaming days, right, there was no YouTube. The internet was mostly, news groups and BBSs, and you would talk about it, but if you really wanted to see it, you couldn't just get a video of it real quick.
And you could also do like 12 or 13 different saves in your games then too.
Yeah, so you go back and do that. I did that with Mass Effect though. I had a list of saves, so I would try a couple options and then go back. So
I bought Wipeout Collection with the intent of playing it in VR, and I'm scared.
So am I. The vertigo in that game should be really fierce.
When do you have time to play a 200-hour RPG?
Right.
That's the thing
That's
that really
like-
annoys me about RPGs. I just don't have the time to dedicate to that.
I would love to play through Witcher 3. Would love to. But I know it's 140 hours.
And you have to, but it's a pick and choose issue. It's not that you don't want to play Witcher 3. It's a matter of I want to play these other.
I want to play
pieces
ESO.
that
I want to play No Man's Sky. I want to play
that are
et cetera,
doing
et cetera.
because it used to be the volume and the quality that's out these days is so good that you have all these games that we're never going to get to because this other one's good and it caught my attention.
Lately,
See, you got unicorns on your channel. This is gonna
I'm gonna put
go
that
viral.
I'm gonna put that as a keyword search too.
Oh, it is.
we're in
Yeah.
a whole
Friendship
new
is
demographic
magic.
now. There better be a special effect there. There better be.
I've been playing Jurassic World until it got horrifically bad. So if you've watched any of the online plays, if you haven't, I'm going to talk about Isla Tucano, the fourth island. So if you haven't seen that and you want to know, don't watch because we haven't given any spoilers up to now. So Isla Tucano is very long and narrow. And it's as usual, it's not doing very well, but if you manage your resources right, you can get it going. And I was to the point where I was just about to unlock the final island. When, spoiler alert, the tornado hits. I'll go down the whole island, destroying buildings, breaking down fences, letting out the dinosaurs, and the people who were told to get in the shelters, who were too stupid to get in the shelters, are getting killed by the dinosaurs. So at this point, in 30 seconds, my game went from having 3 million on hand and earning about 200,000 every minute to 6 million in the hole, and because you're negative, nothing can be repaired because your guys won't work. They haven't got any money. So I quickly stopped that game, because now you have to go back to the other games, send out your exploration teams, anything that's not fossils that you're going to turn into dinosaurs, then you go to Tucano, sell all that, quickly go back, and rinse, repeat until you get all the money back so you're above zero and can start repairing stuff. So it's very much turned into a serious slog right now, so it's sitting until I feel like I need to see that final island. I gotta fix that.
I think we would be remiss talking about games that everybody liked and then just stopped playing totally if we didn't talk about No Man's Sky. All of us here, I think, got in right from day one.
I had it pre-ordered.
Day 2.
Day 2. I pre-ordered it for... No, I didn't pre-order it because I didn't get the ship. But I bought it day 1. And I liked it. I didn't really buy into the hype that surrounded it. I knew it was going to be a more or less relaxing game. My first experience with the game, like a lot of people, is you spawn in a base, you're like, oh, this is neat, what do? Let's mine this rock, and then you get obliterated by the Sentinels. Just happens to pretty much everybody. Okay, well, let's try again. Oh, look, now it's toxic rain and I'm dead. Well, I guess I'll just start a new game on a new planet. That's pretty much how it goes for probably half the people that play No Man's Sky. But once you get that good starting planet and things start working out, then everything's fine.
The new updates, they look great. I don't have the heart to go back. I loaded it recently and I started a new game, but I did play it for quite some time. I had a tricked out exosuit, I had a good ship, so I'm like, well, I'll start a new game, get the brand new experience for it, right? And I'm back down to only 2 slots in my suit. I don't have all this tech that I have. And then I reloaded my old save game, which gave me back my exosuit and my ship, but it still wasn't enough. And it was just, I'm being forced to start over again, and I don't have the heart, and I don't have the time. There are other things I'd rather do, and I think that's where the big disappointment comes from. I don't hate the game, I'm not mad at it, but having started at, release day 0 to now this basically it's a new game, I just don't want to do it again. I don't want to go through all that slog again. Also, I enjoyed it for what it was at the time, and now I have other games that I can do that in, right? Or other stuff that I'm already into and playing. I'm not interested in going back. I've lost the exploration bug. I've lost the novelty of it, I guess. It's just gone for me.
My big thing right now is, now that the next update is out, there's actually a story. There's actually, missions and quests and things to do.
You gotta
We
get
need to
past
do
that
the missions.
tutorial that just keeps
There's-
clubbing you over the head.
What you need to do, what I've seen online they recommend people do is, instead of just starting a new game, you start a new game by joining someone else's game, and then you'll be on, because odds are they'll be on a planet that doesn't completely suck.
This was the thing, but every time we've tried to do that,
There's just been updates.
there's been an update, and I'm not playing tonight, so 2 of us are on. Okay, well, why don't we go play ESO, because we can all do that at once.
Yeah. The last update hit the last major update hit, I think last night or the night before. It's the 1.54 update. And yeah, it fixes all the problems with old saves. Multiplayer's fixed finally.
I'm just out. There's no hate on it. There's no nothing. I've lost interest in it.
But yeah, I would gladly, after we're done
Yeah,
here,
they're smoked.
go upstairs and show you all the cool shit you can do with No Man's Sky now. I basically have it all built on my base.
Chad's gonna take us upstairs and show us his base.
Could be a secret play. Not really a secret.
Yeah,
Unicorn
it's
horns
even
would
bright
make
green.
sense.
There are people in and out of that room all the time.
Chad is a man of particular tastes.
And on that note of being even weirder than we had been the rest of the night, see you next time. This stuff was good, but Bokksu was Canadian to get this here. It was $52 this month, so I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot more Bokksu because Tokyo Treat is cheaper
And better.
and the snacks
No,
are
it's
low
just
rent.
different.
They're like Dagashi style. These are like your dinner party kind of snacks. You know what I mean? These are more upscale.
We ain't classy enough.
No.
It's too bougie.
Oh my god, you think you're awful. Okay.
Actually, I don't think I've watched one with me in it yet.
I don't put the ones with you up. Nobody
Yeah.
cares. Who likes you? We get negative views.
Negative.